Hi guys, this is Hector. Today is the 20th of June 2007, Wednesday, and it's 10 p.m. London time. Sorry, 10 a.m. London time. I got a little bit of time now that I've finished answering all the emails. Uh, every day I get more and more emails from people who are following my blog, and it's a little bit difficult to catch up with all of them. Because well, at the beginning, like I say, it was perhaps 2 or 3 emails per day. That was alright, but now I'm receiving like 20 emails per day, so it's a little bit to catch up, guys. So if you do send me an email and I take perhaps well, a little bit of time, it's just because I've got a whole loads of them, alright. And well, I gotta try it, in between the emails. So. Anyway, so like I say, now I have a little bit of time, so I thought perhaps I could show you my setups for the day. All right. Firstly, I'm looking into, if you guys remember, yesterday I was mentioning the Australian dollar against the CHF, okay, against the Swissy for a possible triangle breakout to the upside. The breakout happened, okay, it gave no signal. We saw the, let me zoom in a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see that better. We had the, right there. We had the breakout, the pullback, but we didn't get the continuation thrust to the upside. Instead, we've been meandering sideways throughout the whole day, actually throughout the Tokyo session and the first couple of hours of London session. It seems like we don't have that much momentum in these breakouts, okay, to the upside. Always, guys, remember that breakouts are a momentum pattern, okay. If there is no momentum, perhaps the trading opportunities is just not there, okay. So I'm not very sure about this setup anymore, okay. I don't like when a breakout happens, right, and then begins to it basically fades away and stuff. You always, you like a clean breakout with a clean pullback and a momentum thrust continuation, okay. For the time being, we've been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars moving totally sideways. Well, that's a signal of weakness in this breakout, alright? Let me show you some of the setups that I have here. Australian dollar against the Japanese yen, a beautiful uptrend, alright? And I'm basically waiting for price to retrace back to the dynamic area of support, and once that happens I will zoom into the shorter time. This is the 4 hours time frame. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm waiting basically for a pullback, alright, back to viable levels, and I will look for reversal formations down here, right. There's also the 50% Fibonacci level around this area, and so it's an area that if price retraces back here and I see a reversal formation, I will consider entering long in these markets, alright. What else? The New Zealand dollar against the yen, okay. And all the nice uptrend as per my moving averages. Okay, as usual, my first pre-entry requirement is that the moving averages are the way they are supposed to. Have a look at the first chapter of the course, guys. It's free. I explain how I like my moving averages to be set. Okay. Anyway, nonetheless. We have also like a triangle, an upward triangle, okay, with 2 levels, one here and then one here. These 2 that I'm marking right now. We saw a breakout, a pullback to this low, okay, this previous swing low right here, working along with the working as firstly as resistance and now as support, along with the trend line, with the dynamic area of support and the trend line. and it shot up to the upside. I didn't take that trade because in the shorter time frames I didn't see no reversal formation. It all happened very quickly. Okay, I basically you see it's basically you know, price retraced down here and bang, shot up all the way up within an hour and a half. Okay, it's well, it's basically gone. The move, what can I say? I couldn't profit from this move, but oh well, nothing you can do about it. It was a nice setup that I was following, but like I said, I was following it in you know, real time, but this morning, but I couldn't profit from it, unfortunately. Another setup I'm looking I have in my watch list GBP Australian dollar in the daily chart. Okay, we saw a double bottom right there. Okay, moving averages a little bit snaking around, you know, but nonetheless not too bad. We've had just a channel of breakouts. Okay, let me 1 second. Let me clean up the chart. You see this channel right there? Okay, down, up, breakout, pullback, continuation. All right. Basically, I'm waiting for price to retrace up here. Okay, where we have the double bottom and the 38% Fibonacci. The moving averages, if you project the moving averages, by the time price retraces back here, moving averages will have probably caught up with price. And this is the area I will be looking for a reversal formation in the short time frames. All right. I also have my sound alarms set down there too. You know, it'll basically warn me whenever price reaches up there. If price, on the other hand, basically keeps shooting to the downside, well, too bad about it. Not much I can do about it. The Jen in the daily, looking nicely as well, a nice up channel. All right, I'm waiting for a retracement back to the 122.00 run number area, along with the 50% Fibonacci level, the dynamic area of support, which has already worked as a support in the previous swing, and also the previous swing top. Okay, so like I say, I have my alarms set above 122 ORAM number, somewhere around there. Okay, this is daily chart, by the way, so it is, you know, might take a little bit more of time. As you can see, we are channeling up very nicely on the Jen. Okay, we are just touching the top of this channel. Perhaps we might see a bounce to the downside, to viable levels down here. Okay, by the way, of course, I would never try to find a short here. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, I always trade in the direction of the trend. That means to wait to if the trend is pointing up, then wait for a retracement to viable levels. Okay, don't try to short uptrends. That never works. All right, you might get it right once, you might get it right twice, but you will get many stop loss being triggered. All right, that's about it, really, guys. The trade that I took yesterday, I don't know you remember, on the cable, which was supposed to be an intraday trade, but well, I let it run because the way the well, you know, I'm liking the way the well, the weekly chart, okay, for a possible long-term trade. Okay, anyway, it's sitting at plus 62 pips so far. Stop loss is moved to break even, so like I said, this is a free trade. This was my entry level. Okay, and current live price is 199.07 right there. Plus 67 pips for the time being. I'm just gonna let it run, like I say. It's a risk-free trade, and well, let's see. I'll keep you guys updated whatever it goes. Alright guys, those are the setups that I'm following today. I will keep you updated if anything triggers. Alright? Okay guys, and now I'm going back to answer those emails. Alright, goodbye.